are a few of my favorite things.
Hey everyone, it's Natalie. Welcome to my channel if it's the first time you've ever been here, or if you have been here before, thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. You guys are awesome, coming back week after week. Today's video is all about the things that I am loving as we are going into the summertime. So my summer favorites. I always love doing these favorites videos and I've really enjoyed doing them seasonally over this last year. If you guys want to see my other seasonal favorites videos, that playlist is linked in the description box, so you can check out the other things that I've been loving over this last year. And just to let you know, just like all of those other favorites videos, this video is not sponsored in any way. I'm not being paid by these brands or companies to talk about these products. This is just things that I have been loving over the past few months and things that I will continue to use as we head into the summertime. Before we hop into it, let me know right now in the comments if there is something that you are really looking forward to this summer. Maybe it's taking a trip or having a nice little staycation at home. Maybe you're looking forward to warmer weather. Whatever it is, I would love to know that. I'm looking forward to taking some little weekend trips with our kids. We are making plans for little getaways here and there with our kids, maybe some camping, maybe we'll go rent an Airbnb a couple of times, but that's what I'm most looking forward to this year. Okay, so let's start in the beauty category like we always do. I've got some body, some makeup, some hair stuff here for you guys, and let's start with this. I want to get this out of the way because I plan to feature this in a favorites video from the moment I tried it, and then a lot of controversy happened with this brand and with this product. If you guys are living under a rock, you may not know what this is. Let me introduce you to the Jaclyn Cosmetics So Rich lipstick. This is a cream lipstick. I am showing you guys the shade As If, and it is quite possibly my perfect nude. All of this controversy happening with people receiving bad lipsticks that appeared to be expired, have mold growing on it, hairs and fuzz and weird things, gritty texture, stuff like that happening. That has not been an issue with the two lipsticks that I purchased on launch day. I literally set an alarm. My husband and I were driving to Oregon together and I set an alarm. I got on the website, I ordered a couple of shades, and this As If shade is the perfect nude. I am so excited about this. You guys can totally make your own judgment, but if we are just judging the product, the formula, the color, and the experience that I personally have had, this is amazing. And I really hope that the second batch of products that they come out with and, restock up on, that there won't be those issues anymore and that more people can enjoy this because it's really good. It's really good. I really have debated talking about this because you guys know me. I'm like a drugstore makeup girl, but I wanted to give these a try. And it's so good. I love this color. It is the perfect tone of light nude for a lighter skin tone. I have trouble finding nude lipsticks for myself. I also have trouble finding bronzers, which I'll touch on in a little bit. And this shade, it is not too yellow and orangey, and it's not too pink and bubblegum. It's the perfect nude for me, and I am so excited about it. And just an honorable mention, I actually topped it with this glossy formula from Bare Minerals. I talked about this in my last video that I made. It was a get ready with me for wedding guest makeup look, and the shade Sex Pot is so beautiful as well. It's definitely more warm than the As If shade from Jaclyn Cosmetics, but the two of these together, this as the base and then this as a nice little glossy topper, it's what I'm wearing right now. I've been wearing it literally nonstop since I got it, and I love this so much. I've never enjoyed a nude lip as much as I do with this combo, and this is definitely the standout product of the two. Having some healthy color for the summertime is something that I enjoy, but I try to protect my skin from the sun. I don't go to tanning beds. I used to do that years and years ago, and now I just want to be a little bit more smart and take care of my skin a little better. So a good self tanner and an excellent bronzer is always something that I'm on the lookout for, and I have a couple of them to share with you today. First of all, let's talk about the bronzer that I have been using nonstop. This is the Pure Cosmetics Bronzing Act Matte Bronzer in the shade Light, and I talked about this in last week's video as well. You guys saw me use this. It's a beautiful matte bronzer, but it does not have a chalky or powdery finish. It blends beautifully, smells like Cocoa Puffs, which is so yummy. And my favorite part about this bronzer is that it has the perfect undertone for my skin. As you can see, I am quite fair, and bronzers can be a little tricky for me because my undertone is neutral to cool. So I have a hard time finding bronzers that don't pull too yellowy and bronzers that don't pull too pinky. I need more olive and red in my bronzers, and this is the first time I have found a bronzer that ticks all of the boxes. It is perfect. I never have to go in and warm it up or go in and cool it off a little bit. This is all I need, and it looks beautiful whether I have like full makeup on like I have right now or no makeup. I will just like bronze up the perimeter of my face, throw a little bit in the crease, and put some mascara on, and it's just a beautiful sort of no makeup look. Perfect for the summertime. And when I want to bronze up my entire body, this is what I have been using, and I love this product so much. This is the Loving Tan brand 2-Hour Express Deluxe Bronzing Mousse, and I have it in the shade Dark. This is for medium to dark skin tones, but me being really pale, it actually works just fine. You guys have heard me talk about the Saint-Tropez Self-Bronzing Mousse, which is also a really good option. They're very comparable in price, but now that I've actually finally tried this one, because I've seen this all over YouTube and Instagram for years now, I love this so much, and I will reach for this 100% of the time over the Saint-Tropez one, specifically because the way this one wears off of my skin, like after it's been several days after applying it, it is not patchy, and I actually have some problem areas in my skin in various places from eczema scarring that I've had from when I was younger, little dry spots here and there, and this does not cling. It doesn't bunch up in those areas and look like really dark and dirty. It fades so evenly. I've never experienced a self-tanner that fades as well as this one does. And then of course, the fact that it has a nice natural olive undertone to it really works with my skin. I tried self-tanners before when I was younger. I don't feel like there was a formula like this available even at like professional salons. Everything looked yellowy, orangey on my skin, and this does not. It comes out as a mousse, and so it whips air into this very liquidy formula, which means that a bottle of this is going to last a really long time. So this is going to be permanently on my skin for the summertime. Okay, last thing in the beauty category, let's talk about a hair product. This is an oldie for me that I've recently put back into my hair care rotation. This is the John Frieda Beach Blonde Sea Waves Sea Salt Spray. It's a texturizer for carefree tousled styles, windswept waves, or PC perfection, which is exactly what I'm going for a lot of the time when my hair is this length. If this is the first video that you guys have seen with my short hair, then welcome. This is what Natalie looks like with short hair. It's about 12 inches shorter than I had it a couple of weeks ago. I chopped it off and donated it. I'm gonna link that vlog down below for you guys because we're actually all kind of getting together on donating to St. Jude's research hospital. It's a great thing going on over there. But now that I'm styling my hair at this length, I'm going back to the cute little beach waves, and this product makes a huge difference when I'm putting like the finishing touches on this texture. This is my favorite brand at Target. You guys know I love the Universal Thread brand for jeans, and I recently discovered these button front ruffle top. They're camisole style, but they're like a wider camisole strap. I'm wearing this one, which is kind of like an orangey background with white and dark orange stripes. And then I also picked up this white with light gray stripes. I think the buttons in the front really just make it more on the chic side. This looks like something that you could pick up at a boutique. The material is really, really cute. It is 100% rayon, but it doesn't look like cheapy, crappy fabric. It's really, really pretty. It's washed really well. I do hang these to dry because if you dry rayon in the dryer, it will shrink like crazy. So there's just a note for that. But these are super cute. I can put them with jean shorts. I can put them with a skirt. They can be worn with a cardigan over top for a day that's a little bit cooler. And I can see bringing these into my fall wardrobe as well, but they're perfect for the summertime. An accessory that I've been loving so much since I got it a few months ago is this little unbranded basket round purse. It's just a little handbag. It's not that practical, I've got to say. It really doesn't hold that much, but I've taken this to a couple of weddings and events over the past few months, and I kid you not, everywhere I go with this, I get complimented on it because it is just so darn cute. And the best part of this, for me at least, is the fact that it's actually vintage. I didn't realize this. I was just looking for like a little round basket purse on, it was one of the secondhand sites. It was either Mercari or Poshmark. I can't remember where I got it. But as I was searching through it, someone had this one for sale and they said, my grandma used to carry this around in the 70s. Apparently. There's no tag in it, no way to verify that that's true, but I just keep telling myself that it is because how cool to carry around a vintage little basket purse when this style is actually back in style again. I just think that's really cool, and I wonder, like, if this is truly vintage, what the story behind it is and everything. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of home and lifestyle items, starting with my garden. I am so proud of this garden that is just growing like crazy in my backyard. I actually planted, you guys saw in a what I eat in a day video that I did several weeks ago, that I was planting some starts in these barrel planters that I got from Costco. These planters are actually such a favorite of mine. They're normally $19.99 at Costco. Then they were running a deal and I got them for $12.99. You just drill holes in the bottom. I filled them with garden potting soil and then planted starts that I found at our local food co-op, and everything is thriving. It's doing so well. I have one pot for herbs specifically that I keep closest to the kitchen door so that I can just like pop out and snip some herbs that I need when I'm cooking. That has been so much fun. And then I have one barrel that has a bunch of tomato plants. I think there's 3. And I actually think I need to take them and separate them out because they're just getting so big and I want them to have their best chance possible for bearing as much fruit as they can. And then I have another pot that has a lemon cucumber plant as well as a zucchini plant, and I may just separate those 2 as well, because when you're planting starts, and this is my first year ever doing any sort of gardening, when I was planting these starts, I failed to realize how big they were going to be. So I think I need to go back to Costco, get a couple more barrels and kind of separate the children a little bit. I haven't been able to harvest any actual fruit or vegetables yet, but I have been able to use those herbs, and it's so rewarding. I can't even tell you guys, like, standing in my kitchen chopping up fresh herbs that I grew is so cool. And my goal for next year is to actually grow things from seed. I feel like that would just like up the satisfaction even more. Be sure to go subscribe over on our family vlogging channel, because in our vlogs over there, I give little garden updates here and there. And if you enjoy family vlogs, it's a good place to be because my kids are like freaking adorable. They've really gotten into vlogging lately too, and they say the darndest things sometimes. So go subscribe to the family vlogging channel. Speaking of vlogs, actually, I want to share with you a new camera that I got. I was trying to figure out what category to put this item in this video, and I guess it's going in the lifestyle category. So this little guy, oh my goodness, this is the DJI Osmo Pocket camera, and it is so powerful and capable. I am absolutely blown away, and I've just scratched the surface of this little thing's capabilities. It is a 3-point gimbal style camera. So, you know, like the DJI drones and their like crazy capabilities of filming. Well, that is like the power of that is in my hand, which is so crazy. It tracks things really well, but then if I press a little button a few times, it turns the camera around by itself, and I can like selfie style, vlog style, talk to the camera and film that way. It's amazing. The fact that it can do this, just like from a vlogger's perspective, it's a game changer. And I've been thinking about getting this camera ever since I saw it on Ellie and Jared's vlog, like I think it was back at Christmas time. And I finally did it, and it's actually less expensive than the nice Canon G7X camera that I have. And so just my experience with it so far, being able to just run around outside with the kids and not have this clunky camera with me, and being able just to have it stabilize itself and get some really good action shots. It takes 4K, 60 frames per second, like the capabilities of this little thing. It's blowing me away. I can't wait to get to know this one a little bit better. We have 2 vlogging cameras now, technically, and that gives us a lot more freedom when we are putting our family vlogs together. So this is a really good one, but not just for vloggers. Like, I think that this little camera would be great even for people who just want to take videos or pictures of their family and want a good little compact option. In fact, I think that it will fit in this ridiculously dinky little purse. Look at that. My other camera couldn't do that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so the next thing in the way of home and lifestyle stuff is this palm tree behind me. I picked him up on a total whim. I sound like such a plant mom right now. I was actually in a Kroger store and they had a bunch of like discount house plants, the ones that they probably thought were ugly or like wouldn't survive. I got him literally for $8 and brought him home and just repotted it and watered it, and it's doing so well. Like, I'm so proud of myself. I have been keeping it in rotation with putting it in the sun and making sure that I'm giving it plant food, and it even has a new frond like popping up there in the center and opening up. So that means if the research that I've done about Majesty palms is correct, that means that it's thriving and that it's doing really well in the places that I've put it. And we keep this one in our bedroom. I wanted like a bigger houseplant for our bedroom, and it just makes the space look even more chic and more luxurious, kind of like when you'd walk into a nice hotel and you'd see some pretty plant that you're like, I'd never have that in my house. That's kind of how I feel with this palm tree in my bedroom. So if you see a Majesty palm, do some research about the care, but I've had a really good experience so far. Okay, on to some favorites for my kids. I have a couple of really good things here. Let's start with these sandals. Oh my gosh. So I actually have a kids clothing favorites video. I did one back for the colder months, all about the stuff that I love for them to wear. I'm going to make another one. I think it's the video coming out next week on my channel, all about clothing and accessories for the warm months. And you bet your bottom these sandals are going to be in that video. This is from the Cat and Jack brand at Target. These are Haley's. These are the best sandals my kids have ever worn. I have a couple of pairs for the boys that are in the red style. I feel like maybe I've talked about these before in another video. Forgive me if this is a repeat, but I could not help but share about these. They're very adjustable. My kids have super skinny, narrow feet and ankles, and I'm always on the lookout for shoes that really fit them well and won't just go flying off if they run or tumble. And something that I love about these is that if they get dirty, if they get grass stained, I can just hose them down or throw them into the washing machine, and they don't look all worn after that, and they stay together. None of the glue or stitching or anything has come apart. I have washed this pair of sandals probably 15 times over the last few months, and they've stood up so well. And they have a thick enough sole on the bottom that if they like walk over rocks or like, you know, anything that would be pokey, they're not gonna get stabbed or have it be uncomfortable like a thinner sort of foam style flip-flop. These are so, so good, and you'll hear me talking about them again. If this is the second time I've talked about them, which I feel like they are, I feel like I'm going crazy. If you're gonna hear me talk about these a third time, you'll know I love these so much. These are going in that kids clothing favorites video. So make sure that you're subscribed and you have your bell button turned on so you don't miss that video, because I have a few other pieces of clothing that are absolute staples for the kids that you won't want to miss. Another favorite for my kids for the summertime is this water table that we have for them. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you may have already seen the Instagram story when this water table was delivered to us. I ordered it back in the winter time. I think I ordered it off of Zulily, and it arrived in the toy package. Like, there was this huge print out on the side of the box of exactly what was in the box, and I intended to order it, store it, and then either give it to the kids for Easter or give it to Haley on her birthday. But the surprise was totally ruined when FedEx showed up at my door and dropped off a box with a mammoth mural on the side proclaiming to my children what was inside it. And it was one of those situations where it was like, okay, let's get it out of the box and fill it up with some warm water from the tap. Inside the garage, it was like a below freezing day. I think it was in February, and they have had fun with this thing ever since, and even more so now that it's hot outside. We just fill it up with water from the hose outside and they play with it. It's Paw Patrol themed, which you guys know my kids are obsessed with Paw Patrol. They have been taking their little toys like down the slide and push water down it, and there's this little spinny thing in the middle that splashes water out. And Haley, she is always wanting to play with the water table, and she's even like snuck out the back door and started playing with it on a rainy day. Like, she wants to play in the water table all day long. It's her favorite thing to do, and the boys really enjoy it too. And when the kids are enjoying playing outside, it's always important for them to have some sun protection. And I am so happy to report that after trying the Hello Bello sunscreen for a couple of months now, I absolutely love it. I actually loved it after the first use, but now that I've given it even more of a test, I can safely say that it is my favorite sunscreen for my kids ever. It's a physical sunscreen. It is free of toxins and harsh chemicals, and I love that it goes on really nice. You can see exactly where you put it on, but that whiteness fades after a while. It's not greasy on their skin. It doesn't make the water that they're in, like when they're playing with their water table or when we're at the pool, it doesn't make it all greasy and gross around them, and it doesn't make their skin break out. Sunscreens specifically will make bumps, just these random weird little tiny bumps all over their skin, and this sunscreen does not do that to them. So I've repurchased more, and we've been using it all the time when they go out in the sun. It's done a really good job of protecting them. We've had no sunburns yet, and I've even used it on my skin because I sometimes have the same problem with topical sunscreens, just being one of those things that like irritate my skin and make little bumps happen. And I haven't had that problem with the Hello Bello sunscreen, and my kids haven't had that problem either. So it's awesome. So in my past few seasonal favorites videos, I've been adding this category of intentional living. And these are resources, tools, people that I've really been inspired by, have enjoyed using and learning from. And today I have one thing that I want to share with you. It's this book by Timothy Keller. It's called The Freedom of Self-Forgetfulness. And this book, I don't even know if you can call it a book. It's only 45 pages long. It's like a really quick read. This has been transformative for me. Timothy Keller shows that gospel humility means we can stop connecting every experience and every connection with ourselves, and we can thus be free from self-condemnation. A truly gospel humble person is not a self-hating person or a self-loving person, but a self-forgetful person. This freedom can be yours. And there is a lot of freedom in this. I feel like we live in a culture where like self-love is preached so heavily. And I think that the society is trying to move in a direction of being more accepting, which I feel like is a Christian concept, absolutely. But when we are putting the focus so much on ourselves and like how we feel based on how someone treated us, and we are focusing on just loving ourselves, we take our focus off of, especially us as Christians, we take our focus off of what is most important, and that is who we are in Christ. And so if you're not someone who considers themselves to be a Christian or a person of faith, then maybe this isn't as applicable to you, and I acknowledge that, but I'm just sharing a personal favorite of mine, and this has been one that has really made me take a step back and look at how I perceive myself. And I am one of those people, especially during a more hormonal time of the month, where in one moment I hate myself and in the next I love myself. And this book kind of brings home the concept of it shouldn't be either of those. We should forget ourselves and put our eyes on Jesus and put our eyes on those around us. And if you can pick this up or just get the Audible version, it's worth the read. I would say it's worth the read for people who don't even necessarily consider themselves to be like religious or a Christian, because the concept is really, really interesting, and it's been quite life-changing for me. I have to say it. It's been quite life-changing. Well, that is everything that I have been enjoying recently and I'm going to be bringing into the summertime with me. Let me know in the comments what are some things that you've been loving recently, and if you want to see a couple more things, I actually have some honorable mentions that didn't make it into this video that I will be sharing over on my Instagram stories. So follow me over there at Natalie Bennett Vlogs. I'll see you over there the day that this video goes up. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that bell button. That's really important. My videos always go up at 6 a.m. on Monday mornings. That's Pacific Standard Time. But if you don't have your notifications turned on, that video actually doesn't show up in my video feed for sometimes like an hour later. So if you have that bell button turned on and you say, send me all notifications for this channel, then you will be sure to get that notification when the video goes up so that you can hop into the comments and start chatting with me. I'm always there like within the first few hours that the video goes up, and I love chatting with you guys. I love that you are always coming back to watch my videos. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll catch you later.